Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Nontobago and I'm here with the first video of the year, and I thought it would be great to reintroduce the channel and maybe first explain to myself, remind myself why, and explain to whoever's new on here why there even a channel called Mental Health Issues with Nonto that exists. Firstly, my main reason was to unmask mental illness, particularly bipolar mood disorder. I tried, not my best, but I tried. I could have done more. I'm still going to do more to talk about it in detail, unmask it, and really try to break the stigma and all the misinformation that people have, especially when it comes to bipolar mood disorder, because there's just a whole lot and a whole lot of misinformation, a whole lot of stuff that are just inaccurate, that are wrong, that are a reason why there's so much stigma around mental illness, but especially bipolar mood disorder. So I just wanted to say, hey, I have bipolar mood disorder and I'm as normal as they come. Normal as they come. And all of these things that they say about people that have bipolar mood disorder are 99.9% of the time inaccurate. Another reason was that I wanted to create relatable content. For the longest time, before I had a channel of this nature, I was looking for someone that is my skin color, that speaks my language, that is from my country, especially from my country, that is female, and so many other things that spoke about mental health issues that I could relate to. And unfortunately, I couldn't find any. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be that person, so that should there be somebody else that feels this way and needs someone that creates content that they can relate to, at least they can find me, you know, someone that has similar challenges like them, someone that tries to speak as much about mental illness in a context that is relatable to them as possible. I know I'm not as consistent as I'd love to. I'm not as regular and as reliable when it comes to content production as I would love to, and maybe as somebody else would love me to be, because I work full time and I have a mental illness that messes up with my mind and a lot of things that happens in my daily life, but I try. And so I just wanted to say, here I am, and this is what I do, this is my goal, and this is what I aim to create. I want to have a community that is safe enough and open enough where we can all just talk. Another reason was that I wanted to share my story. I read somewhere, and then I heard somewhere, and then I heard again, and then I read again, and then where they say that we need to share our stories, where they'll say your story is gold. They'll say that share your story so that you can give somebody else hope, where they'll say speak up so that somebody knows that they're not alone. I've been sexually assaulted when I was a child, and then again when I was 20. So I know the experience. I've lost children, miscarriage. I'm not ready to talk about that. I suffer from chronic depression and anxiety, and there's so much to my life, not so nice things, that I wanted to create a platform for me to talk about, that'll be an outlet for somebody else to come and listen, feel like they are not going through whatever they're going through alone, because I'm going through it. And I just wanted to say, really, you're really not alone, you know, because there are so many instances where I've felt alone. And every time you go on Instagram and you see somebody else's page where they talk about openly about their mental illness struggles, and then you just feel oh wow, it sucks, but at least, you know, somebody else understands. It's not an easy journey, but it's a little bit more doable when you know that at least I'm not alone. So that's another biggest reason for me starting this channel, that you're not alone. I'm going through it too, and it happened to me too, and I feel the same way too, you know. We just keep winging it, and we keep making it from one day to the next, to the next, to the next. Another personal reason was that I'm not someone that is open to opening up. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not very easy for me to open up. So I thought having a channel that I could use and can use as sort of like a diary, where I talk about stuff that I'm thinking about, that I'm going through. I try as much not to talk about things that I've read about. I talk about my lived experiences. So if I make videos about stuff that I'm seeing, that I'm feeling, that I'm experiencing, that I believe in, it sort of relieves me. And you know, it's true that talking helps. So after making content talking about stuff, it makes me feel better. So I wanted to create this as a diary for myself, to speak and to talk and just to offload and share information. By doing that, I end up feeling better. I end up feeling like at least I've made a difference. At least someone's gonna see this, and I hope they feel better about themselves. Maybe they're gonna be informed a little. And so that was my reason, and it's actually working. I am not a health practitioner. I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, anything. I speak from my lived experiences. I speak from things that I feel, that I believe in, that I 90% know for sure. So I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm not trying to say this is how it's done, because most often than not, I'm also just winging it. It's trial and error, from my diagnosis to medication to, it's just never 100% right. So everything that I say and share, know that it's not 100%, but it's my story, and all I'm hoping, praying, and wishing for is that it helps you in some way. If it's not to make you feel better, at least it prompts you to seek help if you are looking for help, or if you feel that you need help, or whatever. I just want you, myself, and everybody to feel good, to get along, and to just have a good time, you know. So as I am reintroducing the channel, I hope that we can walk along this journey together, get to know ourselves better, because it all starts with me. It all starts with you. Before you can go around filling other people's cups, they say make sure that your cup is full. And I have learned that my cup being full, that means it's enough for me. When my cup overflows, and that's where everybody else can feed from. Unless my cup is overflowing, I am just enough for myself. And if we say that if people cost us our peace, that's too expensive. If they cost us our mental health, that's too expensive. That's true. And I've challenged myself to live up to that. If I feel that somebody is just making me feel some type of way, to really cut them off and not feel bad about it, because it's me first. I need to be good within myself. I need to be well in every sense of the word before I can be of anything to any other person. So I just want us to walk along this journey together. I believe that healing is possible. I believe that a whole life is possible. Joyful life is possible. Happiness is possible. It's not always attainable, but it's possible. I'm working towards it. I'm praying for it. I'm consciously making decisions that will lead me to a place where I feel whole, where I feel healed and one with myself. It's possible. I believe it is. I believe it for myself, and I believe it for you too. So thank you so much for coming along on this journey. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button below. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And I'm not gonna promise consistency as in every week you're gonna get a video and whatever. I've tried that, didn't really work out good, but I do promise to avail myself and get out content as much as I can, giving myself grace and the much needed allowance to get myself to give you content as much as I can to the best of my abilities. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. God bless.